woolly hat off. Off with the woolly hat. It gives me proper ridges on my head, that hat. I look like somebody out of Star Trek. You know, they used to sometimes have ridgy. Right. Hello. What do I need to do then? Oh dear. That's gone peculiar. Hello. Are we on Facebook? Hello. I'm just trying to make the Facebook thing work. Maybe it is working. It said it wasn't, but it's maybe is.
Usually what we hear is people of an independent mind, and they do not like people pushing them in the back to move them out the way. Please, while you're here, just be water, because if somebody gently pushes you in the back, it will be to save your life, because a biker or a motorbiker has refused the opportunity to just be nice and go on the pavement, and they'll be riding through the middle of us. So if you feel a touch,
Wise words.
Just step in beyond the lines and into the lines of death. In fact, personally, while we're so few, if you feel like being within the lines of death, this is actually the really intense liminal space. This place between the shrine, Red Cross Mary, and here, with the gates as the portal between us, is where the magic happens. So please feel free to get as close as you can.
Jen, sorry to interrupt, but the things have been open. Are they closing? Okay, I'm going to go put them back up.
Yeah.
They've been blown down by the wind.
Yeah, that would be
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want someone to hand out the songbooks?
We'll be handing out the songbooks
Okay.
when it's carol time. And we're almost ready to start.
Nearly there.
Is Jackie ready?
She's there.
Hello. Do recording.
That's a wind tone.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Facebook.
Oh.
Hello, Rod. Hello, Douglas. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Christine. Hello, Natalie.
Hello.
Hello.
Bye. We have to get off the side. Spirits of the dead, spirits of the living, kindred, welcome. Welcome, as always, to the Crossbones vigil to honour the outcast dead. This is, I believe, the 235th monthly vigil. We have been coming here every single month for 19 and a half years. We're in our 20th year, although there has been magical work going on here at the gates for the last 27 years. Welcome to the people who are here live at the gates. Welcome via Natalie's telephone and the Zoom meeting with Jackie to everybody here. Crossbones Vigil. Within the 5 rituals, the very simple rituals that we do here, we have one central aim. Sorry. Both dead and alive. The outcast outside, the outcast inside. We refresh and we renew the shrine, and we reclaim the goose's secret history. You'll hear a lot about the goose as the evening goes on, I hope. The reason we come here, sorry, I always get taken by what somebody else is doing. I'll try and focus.
Cyclist, they just won't have it.
Well, but the goose samurai can cope. They don't need me going at them. So I'm going to focus on what we're doing here. Charlie Crow. The reason why we come here every single month, the reason for all of the magical activity that has gone on for all these years is what's behind these gates. And as you no doubt, most of you at least know, what's behind these gates is Crossbones Graveyard. For 200 years before its closure, Crossbones Graveyard was a pauper's burial ground, and it catered for the people that lived in one of the poorest and most violent areas of London. In those days, it was called the Mint. It was forcibly closed down in 1853 because, as was reported, it was overcharged with dead. The people were being shoved in here, so there was only 18 inches of soil between their bodies and the rest of the world. If you'd like to imagine what 15,000 people buried in one place, one tiny place looks like, please, when you've got an opportunity, look at one of the photos on the information board and you will see the bones where they are knitted together. Now I've got over the shock after all these years, the shock of seeing people so abusively used, is I find them quite cozy because they're all there together. So these are the outcast dead. These are our outcast dead. We remember our own outcast dead. We will remember all of our dead. But on the day John Constable got his first visionary goose words in his ears, the goose said she rose from this graveyard, this pauper's burial ground, woken up by TfL workers who were building the electricity substation for the Jubilee line. When she came flying into John Crow's head, she told him what she was. She told him, I was born a goose of Southwark by the grace of Mary Overy. She also says, for I am Mistress Southwark, and the daughter of eternity, and in me the broken man shall be made whole. She's not just one thing, she's a shape changer. Like our gates, our portal. This is a shape changer because sometimes it looks like a barrier, but sometimes it's the access place. Two things at once. We don't deal with duality here. We deal with things being able to be shifted in our understanding. And we do need to shift sometimes in our understanding here, because we are asked to spread out our imagination. We are asked to spread out our imagination so that we make ourselves not one person, one person, one person, all a bunch of individual people just standing here. Using the power of our imagination, we allow our own personalities, our individual meanness, to take a back step. And we become one single unified consciousness. We are the living. We're in communion with the dead and also those who are yet to come. And when we remember, we honor the outcast dead, because of what the goose told John, we also honor the Winchester geese. Step back further in time, before the church owned this pauper's burial ground, and this area, this small square mile that kind of echoed the city of London, was called the Liberty of Winchester, or the Liberty of the Clink. The landlord was the church. The landlord was the Bishop of Winchester, one of the four most powerful bishops in England at the time, in the 1100s. In fact, the first Bishop of Winchester that built the first Winchester Palace, which is just 5 minutes down the road, was the brother of the king. Very powerful people. And he had the opportunity, his responsibility was to govern a place that was almost like the Wild West, because everything that wasn't allowed in the city, everything that wasn't allowed to happen in the city, where it was all upright and go on and carry on, was sent over to the Liberty. The theatres, the bear baiting, the bullfighting, the dog fighting, and the brothels. The women who worked in the brothels in those days, 500 years, it wasn't only one Bishop of Winchester, obviously, but 500 years where the women were licensed to ply the prostitute trade that they worked in, but when they died, they were not allowed a Christian burial. Local law, as reported by John Stowe in the late 1500s, has it that they were buried in the single women's burial ground. Single woman is a euphemism for a prostitute. A goose was a medieval euphemism for a prostitute. The Winchester goose also, as written in Shakespeare, is also a euphemism for syphilis. You got bitten by the Winchester goose. So we remember and we honor the outcast dead here. We honor the memory, if not the very bones, of those women who were thrown away in an unconsecrated graveyard. And as we walk through our vigil and we practice these 5 very simple rituals, in this act of sacred profanity, we start to enter into this space that I was talking about before, this single consciousness. We allow ourselves, when Mark leads us in the minute silence, we allow ourselves through the open pathways to become just a portion of humanity. Not Jennifer, Sue, Nikki, Paul, a little light shining in the great darkness. We step closer and closer into that space as the vigil goes on, until we find our bodies and our spirits dance together in what the goose calls my dance of delight. She says, in the dance of delight, all's one to me. So welcome again, everybody. Before I pass over to Mark, magically, I am then going to become a goose samurai while Mark becomes the voice leading. So, come heretic, outlaw, Jack Crow and Jackdaw, here shall you all find sanctuary, where the actors and whores are the keepers of the doors that open into the liberty. Transformation is possible.
Metamorphosis, here we go.
Oh, mommy, wrist, mommy, wrist.
Hi everyone. Can I please kindly ask someone to hold the light for us tonight? Thank you so much. Remind me your name. Melissa Jo. Thank you, Melissa. So in this moment, amid all the hustle and bustle and hecticity of this city, the London, where we might hear the trains loudly rattling by, the wind in the leafless trees and these beautiful ribbons. I just want to allow a moment to remember the light that keeps us burning throughout life, the light that in so many cultural symbolisms is the light of the soul, that dazzling darkness or that shining emptiness. And we're going to start the silence with these that you heard at the beginning. Just close your eyes, let your souls kind of become a still pool from which to reflect anything that might go on here tonight, so that you can be touched by this place between the worlds. And I'm going to stop talking now. We'll just allow reality to flow through us quietly for a bit. Open pathways, everyone, are open. Thank you. And without further ado,
and thank you. The next ritual that we will be doing will be the act of binding and loosing. We have ribbons. Thank you. And in a moment, you will be given a piece of ribbon. And with this ribbon, this is an act of remembering and honoring and manifesting. So I'd like you to focus on that ribbon and manifest everything that you would wish for yourself into that ribbon. And then collectively, we're going to say a verse. So we say that verse 5 times, and we can say it as a call and response, or we can say it in our own time. And some of us will make different decisions about it. And during that process, we'll step forward and we'll attach the ribbons to the gates. When we do that, we will send out the blessings that we've manifested in those ribbons to those whom we honor. Just before we do that, I would just like to draw attention to somebody that personally, and some of us here are honoring tonight. This week, we lost a young person, tragically. And I'd just like to read out a few words that somebody who she loved has written about them. This is a message today. With heavy heart, I am sharing that Talia Tamari passed from this world last Friday. She experienced the world in a way many cannot. She was a joy and powerhouse to entwine alongside. It was a privilege to love Talia as a friend, as a comrade, as a sister. The world wasn't ready for her. I hope we can try and fashion a world in which we don't have to be writing obituaries for 25-year-olds. Please reach out if we want to speak or share memories or pictures. Sorry, please come and speak to us afterwards if this is relevant to you. Her funeral will be on the 8th of January. And is a suggestion that anybody would like to honour Talia's memory might make a donation to Gaza Mental Health. She's a person that some of us here will be specifically honouring this evening as we attach the ribbons to the gate. Okay. Invest in the ribbon all you would wish for yourself. And as you tie it to the gate, release these blessings for others. I'm going to start and lead us in our verse, which we will do 5 times. Please join in as and when you're ready. Here lay your hearts.
Here lay your
Your
heart,
Your
hearts,
flowers.
your
your
flowers,
flowers,
your
your
book of
book of
hours,
hours,
Fingers.
your
your
fingers,
fingers,
your
Your
thumbs,
miss you, mums.
thumbs,
your
your
miss
miss
you,
you
mum.
Here
mums.
hang your hope.
Here
Here
hang your
hang your
hope,
Your
hopes,
dreams.
your
Your might have
dreams,
been.
your
your
might have
might
been,
have beens,
Your locks.
your
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 locks,
keys. Your
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 mysteries.
keys,
keys,
your
Here lay your heart.
mysteries.
Your flowers.
Here lay
here
your
lay your
hearts,
Your book
heart,
of hours.
your
flowers,
flowers,
Fingers.
your book of
thumbs.
your
hours,
fingers,
Your miss you,
your
mums.
fingers, your thumbs,
Hopes.
your
your
miss you mums, your
Might have
hopes,
been.
your
your
dreams,
dreams, your
Your
might
might
have
have
been,
been,
Your
your
keys.
locks,
Your
your
mysteries.
your
keys,
locks,
your
Here lay your heart.
mysteries.
Here lay your
Here
flowers.
lay your
your
hearts,
mysteries,
your
book of hours.
here
flowers,
lay your
your book
heart,
of hours, your
Miss you, mums.
fingers, your
Here
thumbs,
hang your hopes.
your miss you mums.
Your
Here
might.
hang your hopes, your dreams,
Your locks. Your
your
keys.
might have
Your
beens, your
mysteries.
locks, your keys,
Here lay your hearts.
your
Your
mysteries.
flowers.
Here lay your
Book of hours.
hearts, your flowers, your
Fingers.
book
Your
of
thumbs.
hours,
Your miss you, mums.
fingers, your
Here hang
thumbs,
your hopes.
your miss you
Dreams.
mums.
Your might
Here
have
hang
been.
your hopes,
Your
your
locks.
dreams,
Your
your might
keys.
have
Your
beens,
mysteries.
your locks, your keys,
Here lay
your
your heart.
mysteries.
Your
Here
flowers.
lay
Your
your
book of
hearts, your
hours.
flowers,
Fingers.
your book of hours, your fingers, your thumbs, your miss you mums. Here hang your hopes, your dreams, your might have beens, your locks, your keys, your
your
mysteries.
mysteries.
It's the Yule vigil this month, and we don't have bardic offerings this month. We do have.
Because I completely forgot to remind you all that this is November.
December.
Nobody's listening to me. This is December. And what we do in December, in all months, but in most months, we follow a particular theme. In July, I think it's July, it might be June. It's Mary Magdalene
July.
and Isis. Thank you, July. In December, patently, it's Christmas, and it's also the sacred solstice for pagans. We're in the middle of the winter solstice time now. Yesterday was winter solstice, the longest 2 nights. Tomorrow, when we wake up, the sun will have let 3 degrees in the sky. The sun will be born. Just a couple of days early for the Christians, but for us, it's perfect timing because that's science. So what we do at Christmas, we have mulled wine, we have mince pies, which we invite you to come and serve yourself, really. But may I introduce to you cunning folk, ladies and gentlemen. George
Hello.
is going to lead us in our Christmas carols.
Thing about caroling, yeah, and singing is that you get to choose how loud or how quiet you are. So if you feel like you want to sing, but your mouth is shut and you're not actually making a sound apart from your head, that's totally fine. You get to choose. Matt has got these song sheets. These are all familiar tunes. I'm going to need someone to help me here because I need someone to hold this so I can read this.
Oh, look, there's
Hello,
a
thank you. Just hold that like that. There we go. And that's kind of cool. So yeah, solstice is Latin for sun stands. It's a time when it looks like it's standing still in the horizon. Yule is the Northern European kind of term for this winter time when the wild hunt would come out. And depending on where you are, it would be led by Halder, or it might be led by Odin, or it might be led by King Arthur. So there you go. If you go to Devon, you'll find that the wild hunt is led by the Wish Hounds coming out of Wistman's Wood. There you go. Hi-oh. We're going to sing the Holly and the Ivy, and remember, enthusiasm is really good. You can be as enthusiastic as you like. The holly and the ivy, when they are both full, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a blossom as white as a lily flower. Yeah, that's right. And Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to be our dear Saviour. The holly bears a berry as red as any blood. And Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do poor sinners good. The holly bears a prickle as sharp as any thorn. And Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ on Christmas Day in the morn. The holly bears a dog as bitter as the gall. And Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ for to redeem us all. The holly and the ivy, when they are both of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Excellent, everybody. That's how we do it. That's how we do it here. Oh, I can't wait. It's can't.
Don't forget the word.
Well, yeah. Have you got any non-alcoholic, I'll have some.
I completely forgot to get non-alcoholic.
Well, in that case, I'm virtually having one, and it's really, really nice. Okay, take a second to have a mince pie and
thank
stuff
you.
like
Thank
that,
you.
and then
Who
we'll.
hasn't had one?
Anyone want Bill's wine? What wine do you have?
Excellent.
There's a need over there.
Awesome. I'll give it to you.
Okay, I'm going to continue now.
With the Christmas bangers.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made mum. Earth's been hard and water like a stone. Snow had fallen, in the midwinter, long ago, angels and archangels may have tried. Cherubim seraphim through the air, but only his father in her maiden voice worship the beloved with the kings. Oh, as I am, if I were a shepherd, I would give a lamb. If I were, I would do my part. But what can I give my heart? Well done, everybody. Thank you very much. You got tired now.
Who wants more? Hands.
Right. We're going to go now with Come On Ye Faithful. Great. Wish me luck on this one. Okay. Oh, come ye joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Oh, come for the King of ages. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. God of God, light of light, glory of hosts of the virgins. God not created, oh come let us adore. Oh come let us adore him. Oh come let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, still exaltation. Oh, sing, O ye citizens of heaven. Glory to God in the highest. Oh, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore. Oh, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
Woo!
You're in great voice today, and that's truly nice. No, you've skipped a verse, but that's just how we're doing today. It's now time for one verse. Silent Night. This is our chance to sing as sweetly as we possibly can. Okay, here we go, everyone. Silent night, holy night. Bright round your virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleeping. Sleep ever. Wonderful, everybody. We've all sung to the angels now. Now it's time for us to sing "O Little Town of Bethlehem." Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how sweet we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless, sleepless, silent stars go by. Yet in the dark streets shine the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all tonight. Christ is full of Mary and sing the angels, sing their watch your wondering love. Oh, morning stars together proclaim thy holy. And praises sing to God the King, and peace to men on earth. Well done, everybody. And I've just realised I've become really long-sighted this year. Who knew? Well, I do now. So there we go. So we've got one last song for us to sing, which is the 12 Days of Christmas. This one is a two-hander, actually. Here we go. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. The day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 calling birds, 3 French, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans a singing, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swinging, 6 geese a laying, 5 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 loads of dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swinging, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 lords a leaping, 9 maids dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5
gold rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 others, 5 waving, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 trees a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 reels drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 sweets a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings. 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
So the caroling is done. I'm now going to go this way, and you're going to come in here. Right, blessings to
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, I don't know if you remember right at the very beginning, I said there was the vaguest chance that a car that was parked on the street would need to get out. Now, the driver has just sung on the all of the days of Christmas with us. And I think the only thing to do the lines of death, please, and let the driver and his passengers go home. Thank you. I've forgotten to say, if somebody's got a really intense need to say something in the sacred offerings, we would make space for them to do it. We've got 2 things that we're going to do. One is I am going to offer you to join in with me in a winter solstice chant.
Yes.
And there is somebody here.
Merry Christmas!
There is somebody here that would like to say a few words. Now, please speak as if you're speaking to the wall, and then everybody will hear you. And into that wall.
Winter solstice start. I love that.
Who writes the poems for the spirits we mourn? Shadow women long remembered, donned ephemeral form. The backbone of great nations, ancient kingdoms reborn, made to sacrifice, too often crowned with splintering thorn, laid on this heavy head, skin tough like borders of Gibraltar. The same ones who oppose her magic come and worship at the altar. The salt of the earth you walk over, gold lining your coffers. What do you think? You can't erase the ink outlining your culture, of your anthology, substance of your Iliad. The heartbeat pulse like the heartbeat pulses like the percussion within the within the temple of my familiar, Mary Magdalene and Yamaya. The path of your deliverance, sacred gospel, drowned and deafened by these charlatans and demagogues. We've got to rise for them. It's on a fire in the meantime. They're discarding the light workers, and the sight deprived are leading the blind. Truth told, for every daughter lost, there's a mother left with a bleeding vine. Cold-blooded, they're trying to bury our seed, but a new bloom emerge every springtime. All of the women, all of the women, all of the women who disappear, who disappear, who disappear, who disappear.
Thank you so much. Francine, thank you so much. She said her heart was yearning to give us that, and I'm really glad she did. I'm going to invite you to not really cast a magic spell, but we're going to sing a chant that's got 3 verses, and we're going to sing it 3 times. 3 times 3 is the magic 9. So it's not really a spell. It's to mark and to celebrate, to give us hope for the light that's returning. I'm going to start. Some people will know it already. It's very simple. As soon as you start recognizing it, please sing with me. So the first 3 verses I'll likely sing on my own. The second bunch of 3 each, you'll be singing with me. Everybody happy?
Yeah. Yes.
Anybody want some more mulled wine to help them sing?
Yeah. I can come round.
Mark will look after you.
Hands up.
One planet turning, following her path around the sun. Mother Earth is calling her children home. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Light is returning, although this seems the darkest hour. No one can hold at the dawn. One planet turning, following her path around the sun. Mother Earth is calling her children home. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Light is returning, although this seems the darkest hour. No one can hold at the dawn. One planet turning, following her path around the sun. Mother Earth is calling her children home. Let's keep it burning. Let's keep the flame of hope alive. Make safe our journey through the storm. Light is returning, although this feels the darkest hour. No one can hold at the dawn. Tomorrow's dawn, ladies and gentlemen, the light will be returning. Bless you, Queen. We've come to the end of our ritual, to the end of our vigil. We've got just one more ritual to do. And this one, where we've been coming in and we've been going out from the gates, this one we hold ourselves as close as we can to the gates. If you can't hold on to the gates, hold on to somebody who's holding on to the gates. I'm going to hand over to Di to lead us in the final blessings.
Thank you. Thank you. Please come forward and we'll come as close as we can. It would be really great if you can touch the gate. While we're doing that, as we do that, Jennifer's going to seal us in a magic and sacred space by pouring a libation of gin around the peripheries. So step inside that and we'll be safe in our sacred space there. We use gin in memory. Many people that were buried here might have turned to that in order to cope with the hardship and inequity of their existence. So it seems a good token for us to use. As we do this, I'm going to invite you to repeat the verse. I will lead you with it. Life,
Life,
health,
health,
happiness,
happiness,
open pathways,
open pathways, life,
life,
health,
health,
happiness,
happiness,
open
open
pathways,
pathways,
health
health
in the body,
spirit,
peace in the
peace in the
spirit,
spirit,
in the heart,
love
love
in
in
the
the
heart,
heart,
in the body,
health in the
health in the
body,
body,
peace in the
peace in the
spirit,
spirit,
love in the
love in the
heart.
heart.
that we wish
It is
Is
this
this
that
that
we
we
wish
wish
for ourselves,
friends and family,
for our
for our
friends
friends
and
and
family,
all our
family,
siblings,
for
for all our
goose and
siblings,
the crow,
for the
for the
goose and the
goose and the
crow,
crow,
humanity.
and for
and
all
for all
humanity.
This that we
humanity.
wish
It is
Is
this that
this that we
we wish
wish
for ourselves,
for ourselves,
family,
for our
for
friends
friends and
and family,
family,
for our
the
siblings,
goose
Means
and the crow,
for
goose
the
and the
goose and the
crow,
crow,
all humanity.
and for
for
all
all
humanity.
humanity.
So,
And may it be so.
Yeah.
goose, may you never be hungry.
Goose, may you never be
Goose,
hungry.
may you never be thirsty.
Goose, may you never be
thirsty.
thirsty.
Your spirit fly free.
Goose, may
May your
your
spirit
fly
fly
free.
free.
And so she does, everybody.
And so she
And
does.
so she does. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Yeah, it's been a really nice evening that we've had together tonight. Thank you for being here. We've got a marvelous hat somewhere. So if somebody would got anything they would like to put in there, we will use it for ritual paraphernalia and for keeping the vigil going. Yeah, if you're not signed up for the Vigilante newsletter, just pop along and give us an email address. We'll add that to the list this evening. Otherwise, we will see you back here on the 23rd of the next month and every other month forever and ever.
Amen.
Or you can look at the QR code in the back of your pamphlet there. Yeah, it's really worth getting onto that. It's a very good publication. But thank you very much, Natalie, for your marvelous support in that. Have a good evening, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Happy solstice.
Happy solstice.
Happy Yule.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you.
You.
I'll keep it.
Thank you.
How can I get the link to that?
There we go. Hello, everyone. That was lovely.
Oh.
Very nice. Thank you. Would anyone here like to share anything before we end? Because we've got an opportunity if we want to share things, but I'll leave it up to you. Does anybody want to? Ah, look, Rod's got a lovely card.
My worker, NGS worker made it. She makes cards. God, she does a lovely job. That's all I want to
beautiful.
share. And
Yeah,
happy
let's do that.
Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
And I hope 2024 is everything you want it to be.
I hope so for you too. And happy summer solstice to you.
Thanks, Jackie. Yeah, cool.
Thank you. Doug, did you want to share something?
Yeah, just like to say one thing. I shared some pictures of tonight with my friends in Brazil.
Oh, how fabulous.
All
So
that-
we've got big connections with Brazil, haven't we? People from Brazil have been to visit the graveyard, I know, and there's a shrine there
Very good.
to people in Brazil. So that's lovely. Thank you.
We're seeing now in tomorrow and today.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
They know how tomorrow is. Or we know how yesterday was. I don't know.
Probably.
Does anybody else want to share anything before we end? Are we happy?
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everyone on Facebook for being here as well. I think there were 5 or 6 people on Facebook, so that was very good. And there were quite a few of us here, weren't there? So, you know, we're holding the line very well for the online world. So thank you for that. And thank you for being with us. Happy Christmas, everyone. See you in January.
Happy solstice.
Happy solstice, happy Yule, happy everything, happy return of the light, which is we're all celebrating, isn't it? So
May 2024 be full of light all over the globe.
yes, that's very good. That's a good wish. Yes, I hope so. So thank you, everyone. Let me finish the live stream. Bye-bye, Facebook.